kingdom of Azizi, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, there lived a mighty king named Kofi. He was a just and fair ruler, loved by his people, and his kingdom prospered under his leadership. Kofi's wisdom and bravery had earned him the respect of neighboring kingdoms, and his name was whispered in awe by the villagers. Kofi's most trusted advisor was a wise and cunning man named Kwame. Kwame had been by Kofi's side since childhood, and the king considered him a brother. Together, they had conquered wars, solved mysteries, and explored the unknown. But Kwame's heart was filled with a growing sense of jealousy and ambition. He resented Kofi's power, the love of the people, and the adoration of the queen. One fateful night, under the light of a full moon, Kwame's resentment boiled over. He snuck into the palace, his footsteps silent on the marble floors. He crept into Kofi's chambers, his heart racing with excitement and fear. And there, he found the king, sleeping peacefully. With a swift strike, Kwame knocked Kofi unconscious and dragged him to the dark dungeon beneath the palace. The king's guards were caught off guard, and Kwame's mercenaries overpowered them. The kingdom was thrown into chaos. Queen Ama, Kofi's wife, was frantic with worry. She searched the palace, but her husband was nowhere to be found. She rallied a small group of loyalists, including Kofi's childhood friend, a skilled warrior named Akua. Together, they set out to rescue their beloved king. Meanwhile, Kofi languished in the dungeon, his spirit broken. He was tormented by visions of his people suffering under Kwame's rule. But one day, a wise old man appeared in his cell. "Kofi, your betrayal is not the end," he said. "It is a test of your strength and character. You must forgive Kwame and reclaim your rightful place as king." Kofi was taken aback. Forgive Kwame? How could he? But the old man's words struck a chord deep within him. He realized that holding on to anger and hatred would only consume him. With newfound determination, Kofi began to plot his escape. He gathered a small group of fellow prisoners, including a cunning thief and a charismatic bard. Together, they hatched a plan to overthrow Kwame and reclaim the throne. As they made their move, Queen Ama and Akua led a daring raid on the palace. They fought bravely, but Kwame's mercenaries were too strong. Just as all seemed lost, Kofi and his fellow prisoners burst forth from the dungeon, joining the battle. The fight was fierce, with swords clashing and arrows flying. But in the end, justice prevailed. Kwame was defeated, and Kofi reclaimed his throne. The kingdom of Azizi erupted in joy, and the king's mercy was remembered for generations to come. But the tale doesn't end there. Kwame, filled with remorse, begged for forgiveness. Kofi, seeing the good in his former friend, chose to pardon him. Kwame spent the rest of his days in exile, a humble servant to the kingdom he once sought to destroy. And so, the kingdom of Azizi prospered once more, its people living in peace and harmony. The tale of Kofi and Kwame serves as a reminder that even in the face of betrayal, forgiveness and compassion can be the greatest weapons of all.